Today, let's continue our fundamental strumming series, getting back to basics, real honest-to-goodness practice. Today, D, G, and A coming up. Okay, we are all tuned up. That's important. And so today, hey, it's Paul here, PZ Guitar, your virtual practice partner. And today we are going to continue this series, this new series, real practice with real exercises, you and me, as if I was in the room with you or you were in my room with me, whatever. I think you get the idea. But this is real fundamental strumming practice. Today it's D, G, and A. And in ever increasing, more dense and more difficult but certainly doable strumming patterns. And number 6 is a super special strumming pattern. So today's lesson is going to be similar to the A, D, and E and the G, C, D that we've done in the past, except I'm going to expand it a little bit. So it's going to be just the same, but very different. So I suggest that you take a look at these videos up here, to that way you can get familiar with the general format, because I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on how we're going to be doing things here today. But suffice it to say that today is going to be, we're going to do 3 rounds of the DGA, DGA, DAG round for each strumming pattern. We're going to do that 3 times instead of 2 times. And I've changed up some of the strumming patterns here a little bit more. And also today's warm-up is not going to be 3 beats and miss on the 4th. Today's warm-up is going to be just 4 beats. So the patterns are going to get a little bit more complex, and it's going to be a little bit longer. This is going to be a little bit more of a marathon. So stay tuned, warm up your fingers, get warmed up, get tuned up, and I'll see you for lab number 1. Okay, lab number 1 is going to be 4 down strums. Oh, by the way, as always, I have a free documentation. It's going to be in the video description. Be sure to download the documentation because it will help you follow along, because some of these drills can be mind-numbing. And so it's important to have documentation to help you follow along. So here we go. You ready? So first one, it's D, G, and A, and it's going to be 4 down strums. That's 1 round. Reverse. A. G. That's 2. Reverse. And finish. Fantastic. Keep your hand moving. That's the key here. And there's also a little gear icon on YouTube, so that way you can slow down the video if I'm going too fast. That way you can find your correct speed. So, but here we are. We're going to press on with lab number 2. So coming around as soon as the video switches over. If you find this kind of content useful and you like this kind of content, be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and ring the bell so that way you get notified for future content. Lab number 2 is we add an up strum. We add an up strum on the end of 1. So it's down, up, down, down, down. Same pattern, DGA, then DAG, 3 times. Here we go. D. Reverse. That's 2. Finish. Fantastic. Let's go for lab number 3, third strumming pattern. Lab number 3, still one up strum here, but now I'm moving it from the and of 1 to the and of 2. Down, down, up, down, down. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Same pattern, 1, 4, 5, then 1, 5, 4, do that 3 times, and finish on the root chord D. D. G. That's 1. D. A again. That's 2. Finishing up. Hey, if you get lost or if you get stuck on a chord, you know what the sequence is going to be. Catch it on the fly. You know, if you've messed up on that A chord, get that A chord ready, and the next time I hit the A chord, just pick up where you left off, all right? Rather than stop and get uber frustrated or things like that. There's no need for that. Even though you may feel that way, just pick it up. You know, I'll be here. So keep playing. Number 4, we're practically finished. 4 of the 5, well, 4 of the 6. Now we're going to make this just a little bit more dense. Now this particular pattern to me is a very, very, very important pattern because I call it a symmetric strum pattern. You know, it's, for beats 1 and 2 is exactly like beats 3 and 4. And what may happen in the future, wink, wink, hint, hint, wink, wink, is that rather than change, instead of having a full measure of one chord, I'm going to have half a measure of a chord and then half a measure of a chord. So to show you what I'm talking about, I'm not going to do it here today. So just to show you what this pattern is going to be right now. Down, down, up, down, down, up. That's the pattern. But in the future, you may find this. Down, down, up. You may have half a measure. Beats 1 and 2 could be dedicated to one chord, and beats 3 and 4 to another chord. That happens quite frequently. So this is a very, very important pattern for you to master, because that may happen in the future here, maybe in lessons 5, 6, or 7 or something like that. But anyway, enough talk. Let's go. DGA, DAG 3 times, and on D, pattern number 4. That's 1. finish up. I might have messed up there, but you know what? Play through it anyway. In fact, I'll probably find out when I edit this if I hosed it. But you know what? I bet you that if I didn't say anything, you might not have noticed. Actually, you probably would have. You know. Anyway, pattern number 5. Pattern number 5 is a weird pattern. It sounds great, but it's weird in the sense that on patterns 1, 2, 3, 4, there was always on the downbeats, the 1, 2, 3, 4, I always had a down strum. And so what we did to spice things up, we added the random up strum here and there. Well, now I have 2 up strums, the and of 1 and the and of 3, but forget the down strum on 2 and forget the down strum on 3. So I actually have 3 up strums in a row. Down, up, 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 down. It's a little upside down thinking, but take it slow, practice it. Same chords, 1, 4, 5, 1, 5, 1, 4, 5, 1, 5, 4, and then end. Do that 3 times, and then end on the D chord, the root chord 1. Here we go. That's 1. That's 2. Give your fingers a break before we hit pattern number 6. If you've done patterns 1 through 5 so far with me, bravo. Now we do patterns 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutively, but we only go through the 1, 4, 5, 1, 5, 4 one time. Okay? So make sure that you have this sheet to help you follow along, because hey, I wrote this lesson and I have to follow along. Otherwise, my brain is mush. That's what happens with lack of sleep and a thumb that hurts. Anyway, never mind that. Here we go. It's you and me in the room. Let's practice this, okay? So it's pattern 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutively. And we just go through the DGA, DAG one time each and go right into the next one. Little confession here. I had to play that 3 times because on the first 2 times I would try to give you a voice guide. Get ready for the next one, get ready for the next one. And as soon as I would do that, I would overload my CPU on trying to play clean for the camera, for you guys, as well as follow along and then add some extra CPU by trying to give you voice guidance. And so I've been doing this for a while. So on that last go through, I no talking. Just any visual cues will be either a voiceover afterwards or just the visual on the screen. So stick around for some tips and some thanks. That last pattern is a very, very important pattern that, where we do all of these guys consecutively, in the sense that, a song may have different strum patterns within the same song. A verse may have a strum pattern of X, and a chorus may have a strum pattern Y. And if you go back to the verse, it may go to an interlude or a bridge, which may have yet another strum pattern. And so you have to be able to be agile enough in order to accommodate those strum patterns. And so that's why we do that last. We do these right hand drill up front. Excuse me. We do these right hand drills up front. We do chord changings at the same time, and now we do them consecutively, so that way you can also train your mind. Another question that someone asked me is that, why not, we did DGA, then DAG. How about we just do DGA? Well, if you change from a D to a G, that may be okay, but maybe from going from G to an A, or from a G to a D, may be a problem. So that's why we go from DGA and then back to DAG. So that way you get to practice every combination at least one time on the go through. Again, thanks for sticking around, practicing with me. Leave a comment. These skills will pay off in the future. You know what? They really do. And just a reminder, there's a little gear icon that you can slow things down in case you need to. And again, these practice sessions, what they do is they hopefully reinforce good skills and good habits. But they also can be fun. You can play with dynamics a little bit, and you can make these drills even sound musical. So again, slow things down, get them solid. Speed is not your friend right now. Playing cleanly and accurately and changing chords and being able to do the right hand drill. That's what this is all about. And it takes fretboard time to get that mastered. It just takes time. You have to put the work in. But then again, I don't consider playing with this thing work. And so hopefully you don't either. And I'll see you soon because we're going to continue with this. And I think the next is going to be the key of C. Key of C. There's an F chord in there, an F bar chord. Hey, I'm going to show you a way around that in case you have a problem with bar chords. I'll show you two solutions to that in order to play a G, an F, and a C. Coming up later. Not today. I got to rest my thumb. See you soon.